All right, we're starting off with a bang. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'm your host, Tank, with D and Mark. Say what's up, fellas.
Yo,
What's
yo,
up?
yo.
What's up?
And we have a special guest. He was on the show a long time ago, and I brought him back because he's my good buddy, good friend, Jones. How's it going, buddy?
It is going fantastic, man. Thank you.
So Tank brought Dan Jones, whatever you want to go by,
Yeah,
on the show
you just said the whole
because
name.
yeah, I did. Sorry. Sorry if you got creditors coming after you. Um, but we had this interesting two-part discussion on the cast about the sense of adventure, and I guess you and Tank had conflicting viewpoints as well as me and D. So why don't you guys give us some context of your conversation, sort of why you disagree, Dan, and D and I will try to prove you wrong.
I want to say it's more like a proven wrong. It's more like, hey, let's just have a conversation just to have a
Yeah.
conversation for sake.
Yeah, of
But
course.
so the conversation after the sense of adventure, like I said before, me and Dan go way, way back, all the way to college, and
Wait.
when there's certain other things we used to chat about, he's usually one of the first people I call up and have a discussion because things like this really interests me and also him, and we just go like straight head first into this. So when I was telling him about the whole like a sense of adventure, like this generation is very stagnant and how currently there is no more frontiers. It's currently now with so much competition, it's very difficult for somebody to make a name for themselves, and we're at a point where a lot of people are just stagnant in their lifestyle. So while having this conversation, Jones was full on listening to me the whole time, and then when I asked him do you feel like that's true or some case? And Jones, this is go ahead and say what you had to say.
Pretty much what I had said. I'm trying to recall exactly what I said, but to sum it up, there may not be any more frontiers like the Wild West or exploring for islands and stuff like that. But the frontier is now our individual selves. Exploring who we are as an individual.
Okay.
Things that we could like me, for instance. I have been like really inspired by this voice acting craft that I'm trying to build, and I'm seeing what I can build from it. And I'm exploring like new things. Like, okay, let me try to read this in my voice. Now let me try to read it in a different voice, and just trying to have fun with it and seeing how far I can go and where I can take it. And that's where I think where we are as a people as far as exploring, because I mean we don't have really the technology to get off this planet and explore the solar system and universe right now. So what else do we have left? I say it's our minds.
Hmm. All right. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this, as you can see, that's why I guess when I was explaining to you, I couldn't really explain it that well because just as Jones said, like we both agree that there's no more frontiers at this moment, and if we did have the technology and everything to go to outer space and make a name for ourselves and living ourselves by mining, exploring, discovering, like who wouldn't want a planet named after them? Look, Planet Jones right there.
Hmm.
But
Right.
it's just like as of this point of our lives, I feel like most people are stagnant. And when Jones brought the whole like it's an exploration of your mind and of self, it's more like not even a lot of people do that because to this day, a lot of people don't know what they want to do, and they're in their 20s, they're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s, they're damn near uh, been doing whatever they're doing, they're almost in retirement, and feel like, man, I should if I have a time machine and gone back in time with the knowledge I have now, I would have done something different in my life. And that's we hear that all the time from friends, parents, family, anybody. We hear that all the time that if they had a time machine to go back and do it all over again, they would. And that's what got me thinking. I'm like, It's to me, it's like it's not the next frontier, but it is another adventure. It's an adventure for the person. Discover who you are, discover what you want, and move forward with that. And possibly then you can make a name for yourself. Even if it's not the biggest name in the world, you did something.
So do you think that people didn't do that when they had new frontiers to conquer, or do you think that I guess my argument was more so that like not having the physical pursuit of something like the literally movement of bodies or like the transportation, whatever you want to call it, is what makes people stagnant. Because I mean, I think you always had your mind. There were great writers in the 1800s, 1900s, 1700s. Shakespeare was writing during when people couldn't even go to the theater too, and now we have like
Poe. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So, like, what's different now, I guess, with the mind specifically?
Well, this just came to me as like right before you saying that. Look at what people are doing. It is not just the mind; it's the frontier of self. Like, what can I do with myself? Take for instance, like plastic surgery and people going through like gender transitions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like that's their very own personal frontier. It's something that they see something and they want it, and so they're going for it, and that just so happens to be their own body, and they're taking themselves to it.
That's true.
And another thing, Mark, when you were saying there isn't like a great migration and the movement of people, it just hit me. It's the internet. I know we've had the internet for what, like 40 years, maybe?
Yeah, about 40. Yeah.
But look at how TikTok, for example, people flooded to it because it was new. It was something new, and it happened with Facebook, MySpace, Vine, like Instagram. Something new, people are going to flood to it. And now TikTok is kind of like oversaturated now, so now everyone's just waiting for the next thing, what's new, and when it happens, boom, the whole world's gonna flood to it. Right. And then people come up with these new dances like, hey, look at me, I'm on this new app. I'm it's real estate. Look at this real estate I'm getting. Right. Because I get that from Gary V. You guys heard him, right?
I love Gary V.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary V.
Right, definitely. So that's another aspect of these frontiers, man. The internet and these new apps that people are coming out with. That's where it's at.
But I actually have something to say because as I've been hearing you all talking, I just kind of came up with a different argument. So on the last episode, we kind of talked about this. I was kind of disagreeing about that there are no new frontiers or anything, but now that I'm kind of listening to you, I don't think that there were any new frontiers. And here's just my line of thinking. Everything that we ever had is just basically a rehash of something that's already existed.
Yeah.
So it's like, so there's no new frontier. The radio is just the television, Right. The printing press was the radio. It's like, it's nothing necessarily that changes.
So that's
just a new coat of paint on it.
Yeah, that's a good argument, D. And it brings me to this argument we sort of had in college in different, I had it in artistic like spaces, and we had it in like, scientific spaces. The idea of like art, right? That art is it's a representation of human emotion and human being, but we're all just sort of stealing art, and all the stories that we could tell throughout time have already been told. We're just telling them with a different nuance and with a different twist, I guess, for the what we're actually living through.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that, like, if you agree to that, then that's insane, because you don't. How do you find inspiration as an artist? How do you always strive to create new things if it's already been done before?
But I believe that Pablo Picasso kind of actually solved that problem. I believe he said something along the lines of
Take a lot of
like
acid.
great artists still. Yes, but he said great artists still, and he didn't mean
Yeah.
like take somebody's credit or anything like that. But he's like you take inspiration from somebody else and you kind of put your own spin and your own twist to it.
Right.
It's the whole rehash idea.
Yeah.
Mhm. Think
So,
about it this way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you finished?
Oh no, I just wanted to just say so. When
Mhm.
we're all talking about like frontiers and stuff like that, I just don't see that anything is new, and I don't think that. Well, as you all said earlier, you all said that there are no new frontiers at the current moment, which I also disagree with because we're on Earth, but we haven't discovered every single thing on Earth yet. We haven't went to the bottom of the sea in certain oceans. There are some forests that human beings, well, modern civilization, have never touched. So there are frontiers for people to do. It's just if you are interested in it or not. But even then, it's nothing new that you could do underneath the sun that hasn't already been done.
Right.
But this is what I want to
You can only remix it.
But this is what I want to add
Yeah.
on to that. Like, yeah, I know in terms of human exploration, you had, the oceans, certain forests, mountains, all this other stuff, certain areas. But what was the main drive to the West? Can anybody answer that?
Gold.
Natural resources.
War. And
LOL.
Sadly,
LOL, we all have-
sadly, all three of you are right. Gold attracted people to go to California, Arizona, New Mexico. Resources up the wazoo. Because after just gold, there was silver, diamond, precious stones, and also oil.
Yeah.
And then, of course, war. You had certain areas that were just like eradicate the Native Americans. So what happened? You had people, mercenaries, everybody who's like, hey, I can make a pretty penny if I kill enough of them. And voila. You see that physical tangent of making money and a name for yourself. It's what opens up the door for people. Mm-hmm. Now, by you telling people, we haven't discovered the bottom of the ocean. I feel like, Joe Schmo who's listening to this podcast right now is going to be like, I'm going to build my own submarine and go dive into the Mariana Trench. Good luck.
Good luck with that.
I'm going to go into
to pieces, but good luck.
I'm going to go to the middle of the Amazon and see if I could discover another. Good luck.
I mean, anything is possible.
No, anything is possible. Yeah, that's true. Anything is possible, but it's just, you see what I'm coming from. That drive is not there anymore.
Right.
And where Jones was like, it's the mind. I'm like, okay, cool. I agree that everybody has their own adventure. And we're going to keep that as this. Everybody has their own adventure. Let's keep the frontiers as in a place that you could gain some type of you get some type of gain from it. Where an adventure is an adventure of what you're doing to get to point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just that sense of adventure is gone. Yes, I agree. I agree. As of right now, there's no major frontiers at this moment. But until the next one opens up, be it that Elon Musk decides to send 1 million humans onto Mars, which one of us four is going to raise our hand and be like, I voted, was the stupid Hunger Games?
Volunteer as tribute.
Thank you. I was saying vote as tribute, but volunteer as tribute. Next you know, there goes Mark out onto Mars.
If you make it.
If you make it.
But Tank, I actually want to push back on you a little bit because, like I said, I just don't believe that there are no current frontiers at this moment. And who's to say that there aren't anybody trying to build a submarine right now that's been doing tests to try to get to the bottom of the ocean?
Homie,
who's
they've
to say
been.
that somebody isn't in the forest right now trying to go beyond? You don't
when
know
it comes
what everybody's going to do at every single time.
No, but when it comes to the individual, there isn't. You have schools, you have companies, you have whatever organizations trying to develop these things. But I'm talking to the individual, not a corporate body. And please don't give me that talk that companies are people.
I never said a corporate body. I never said a corporate body, not once.
But those are corporate bodies. Yeah, you can go ahead and make yourself a wooden submarine and go to the bottom of Lake Michigan. Go right ahead. Do you. That'll be pretty fun. You might even make a pretty penny off of it. You're welcome for the idea, D.
No, what I'm saying is you can't.
Cameron.
Right, but all I'm saying is like you can't say that there are no frontiers or no opportunities when you don't know what people are seeking and what people don't. If we were back in the day, you'll be like, there are no new frontiers, and then fucking the Wright brothers come out with an airplane, and you'd be like, oh dang, okay, I guess there is a new frontier. I guess the sky is a new thing. That's all I want to say.
Funny history: the father of the Wright brothers did not want both his sons on that plane when they test flighted.
I wouldn't either.
Right.
He said if we're gonna test flight, he's like, one of you guys are gonna get on there, and that's it. He didn't want to lose both his boys if it crashed.
Yeah.
So you guys are bringing up like a slew of interesting topics, but I think that one right there like hits it on the head, because it's not that there aren't frontiers. I think it's people's. I don't know if you go by Dan's logic, it would be their mindset, right? What they're thinking of. If you go by D's, it would be like we're all the same. We just you just have to reposition yourself. But like for example, I was like invited to do this trial on the vaccine for coronavirus. It's stage 3, right? It's the Oxford study. It's the most popular, biggest one out there. And every single person I talked to was like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right. And it's like, why do we not trust science? Why are we all so hesitant of one another? And I think that goes back to, what we talked about in episodes 1 and 2 about, the division between people, not having something that unites us. Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting how you would stop somebody from going to a frontier, even if they wanted to, because you don't think that the people in power or the people supporting that goal are doing it for the right reasons. And I think that's worth mentioning. Like obviously the Wright brothers did something amazing, but like their father still was concerned, because there's always that like, what if? And I feel like most of the world is like that father right now. Yeah, we're all just what if on each other.
Yeah, but I feel like that comes with everything. You're gonna find pushback whenever you're trying to do anything new. I just feel like that's just a part of the human experience, no matter what you do. Like for example, if I was the first person in my entire family line to go to college, some people are going to be hesitant about me going to college because they never done it before. So then they'll probably tell me other ways of like, no, you should go to a trade school. I could get you working at this job. There's always going to be pushback when there's a lack of understanding of something.
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel about it.
That's true.
But it's up to us. Well, it's up to us and up to the explorers and up to us to be adventurous to go ahead and do it anyway, despite what anybody cares or what anybody says. I feel like it's up to us, not up to the people. Go ahead.
And with that said, so did you go get the testing, Mark?
No, I don't. You got I got freaked out.
I don't want to be the first one.
He said, I don't want to become a zombie.
Right.
Here's my thing. I do think there's some validity to the sense of like, I do want to be a part of science, but I think there's some validity to the sense that like, this virus, it's not even a year old if you think of it just like in those terms. So if you talk about long-term effects, like nobody knows,
Right.
No, true. And it's just, and I agree with you, Mark, on that point. Is like, where have we come to a point where, well, people have said it, but it's like, why have we come to this point where the people have just denounced science and just went with like pseudoscience and other crap to just because it fits their narrative?
Yeah, I think I think that's a whole different bag of marbles. Is like,
that's definitely another episode.
What people believe in,
Right. But with science, science can get us to space, the final frontier,
Right.
to explore strange new worlds and seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
But why would
you
we?
just killed it. I just want
Hey,
to get that.
hey,
If you say you're a voice actor, yeah, I can see you killed that.
Bro, I just read that's from Star Trek,
I was
y'all.
supposed to say, I'm like,
Hey, you killed it. You get the job, bro.
you get the
thank
job.
you.
Hey, there's only 3 of us though. That it can only be 3. Who's leaving?
It can only be three.
I'll leave after I heard that voice. I'll leave.
I'm gone. Bye.
Right, goodbye, y'all.
Oh man,
I was
so
like,
hard to stay on
where's this-
topic.
It is, but I was like, where's this coming from? Star Trek. I'm like, I knew it.
But
But-
I also, I'll go ahead, Mark.
I mean, why do we want to? Why do we want to go somewhere where no one has gone before if we didn't get it right the first time? You know, at least as Americans. I guess you can't speak for all countries, but we made some mistakes. We got some wrongs to make right.
Yes, we do.
Well, who doesn't make mistakes? It's not like anybody in the world could just get it on the first run. I'm
No.
sure Einstein didn't think of relativity the first try, like E equals MC squared. Done. 10
Right.
minutes. Let's
We're
go.
gonna be a lot nicer to aliens than we were to Indians.
Man.
We better.
That's if the aliens are like from the Avatar aliens. They're very not civilized yet, or haven't hit that point of civilization where they could defend themselves against us.
Well, I don't know if y'all saw the movie or not, but humans weren't exactly, nice to them at all.
That was the point of the movie. The point of the movies were the humans were the evading aliens and were the a-holes.
Right.
That was the point of that movie.
That's America for you.
I was too busy watching The Hurt Locker because I love me some American propaganda.
We kill it when it comes to propaganda, though. Like, we're top tier.
You sure? I really think Nazi Germany was pretty much up there.
But
Are you
we
kidding
learn
me?
from them.
Have you seen Top Gun?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
You can't
Have
tell
you
me you
seen
want to
Rocky?
join the.
I wouldn't call that more like, yeah, no, I will. It's more like American, like patriotic, like propaganda. It's like straight up. We're number 1. But when Corona like this shit happens, it's like, yeah, we're number 35.
Yeah, just it's Daniel Tosh's joke, right? We just gotta stop saying number 1. We gotta be like, we're top 10, and then other terrorists will be like, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, who's number 1? We gotta find them.
Right. But I want to go back to the topic of, the new frontier and how, self-development. And in my opinion, as I was talking about on the other episode, I honestly think that this whole, like, building yourself up and doing all of that stuff, I feel like this has been exploited since the 80s. From all of these self-help books,
Of course.
from all of these self-help gurus,
Mhm.
they're telling you, yeah, I could tell you how to be yourself for $7,000 a class, But it's like, how do you avoid that,
Well, yeah, we touched on that last episode too, right? About the how do you avoid that? But I mean, people, it's anything. I think people, if there's a weakness, I think people are gonna find a way to exploit that.
Yeah.
And if you subscribe to the thought of maybe I'm not my best self, obviously someone stands to exploit that thought,
Yeah, and profit from it.
Right. But I mean, there's also something to be said of, some people don't value the money as much. They would rather have the change.
Yeah.
If you get one thing out of paying the $7,000 and you aren't really attached to the $7,000, then was it worth it? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you make sense. That's capitalism, I get it.
Yeah. So it's just perceived. It's perceived value. What do you think is valuable to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the ideal of money. Cash.
Yeah.
Cash money, just be exotic. Cash. The reason why we see its value because it is value in our society. Now, if society was to break down and you still have that cash, is it still considered valuable?
Well, that's another big thing people have been talking about with the coin shortage. You guys have that in Chi-town?
Yeah,
We have that in Chi-town.
Yeah, there was even a bank in like Wisconsin that was giving people like extra money to bring in their change. But it's just like if the internet went down and you couldn't use your credit card, people are still going to use cash. But why? It's because I think inherently we don't trust each other to barter yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what would you guys barter if you had to like barter for your lives or like for food?
All right, so
I got this fancy laundry basket, bro. All your clothes, and it's sturdy. It's got like a little funny cartoon at the bottom.
I've been reading this book called Wealth of Nations, so I'm gonna go back to trading bushels of like corn because that's where it's at, man.
I'm sorry, do you have a farm?
You're gonna grow corn in downtown Chicago?
No, they actually have farms in Chicago. You kind of have like smaller farms and stuff like that, yeah. So I could get a bushel of corn. I can make it happen. I'm the bushel of corn plug. If you need something, let me know. I got you.
I got a pretty sizable front lawn. I can throw some in there.
You know?
Get some jalapenos going, maybe some tomatoes, some strawberries.
We know who the chef is.
Right.
And I could barter with my voice. You want me to yell at someone or talk to you in a soft, deep voice?
Or create propaganda for your community?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Oh my God. You would be perfect for a propaganda like video.
Not even that. Can you imagine the end of the world where you need a speaker? Someone to speak your
just deliver the speeches.
And there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is on fire, but boy, this guy sounds dynamic.
You probably had a podcast before the world ended.
Yeah.
We all don't know. There's a possibility, Mark's probably a murderer. We all don't know this, so he just trades his skill of killing just to, feed himself and whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's another one,
that's
too.
That's a good ability.
Yeah,
damn.
That's a good theory, too.
I'll pay some bushels of corn for that. I'll pay Mark some corn to get somebody killed.
Hey, Mark, I got some
There you
corn.
go, Mark. At the fall of civilization, you got a job.
Right.
To be honest, I have no idea what I would barter. Most likely, I'm a heavyset guy, so most likely my clothing, which could be cut down to multiple things. It's true.
To multiple things.
Y'all know it's... Bro, I wear like 3-4X shirts.
Oh,
my
goodness.
pants are like freaking 46, 48.
Bro, you are not that big, bro.
Bro, this quarantine has not been grateful to me.
He said, man, take this shirt. You can cut it down to a dish rag, or you can clean your eyeglasses with it. Boy, you can use the back as a diaper, bro.
You can even remake the shirt into smaller shirts for your kids, homie. Just give me some of that corn. That's it. Just give me some of that corn. That's all I want. Just the corn. Here's a couple shirts. Maybe some jeans. Hey, the miners love their jeans, especially Levi's.
Levi's.
Right.
When Levi's started coming out, talking about making fucking names. Levi jeans. When Levi went out there to the west to mine for gold, all he kept getting was what's that called? Fool's gold, which was just ugly whatever. And he had denim. I think he started making denim tents and stuff. But nobody wanted denim tents.
Pyrite.
There you go, pyrite. So he was a miner, and all he was getting crap. Then he started making denim tents. And with the tents, he was trying to sell it to miners for sleep out. But nobody was even buying them. So he just thought about it like, well, everybody's wearing these crappy pants. So let me make a stronger material. Boom. He made jeans. Denim jeans. And they sold. That's how he made his name. Now look at Levi now.
I must say, denim tents is a terrible idea.
But it was because it was a tough material, especially when they were, sleeping and chilling. It's like, hey, why not? Right. Nowadays a denim tent is a bad idea, but now because we have plastic and nylon and other crap, it's just like, okay, cool.
I think that it could work though. Like if you wax the denim, good luck for a bear to get in. Good luck, bear. If you're gonna bite through this tent.
First,
that bear is not going through no jeans, bro.
All right, hey,
wax jeans, bro. It ain't happening, bro.
All right, Mark, you already know what to do. We're gonna set up a tent for D. Make sure it's a denim tent that's been waxed and ready to go, and we're gonna put him in the middle of Grizzly Bear County over there in Redwoods, and see how long he survives. Cool.
I think he can do it if he brings his corn.
That's right.
He just chucks a whole corn at a bear. While me and Mark are sitting in the RV all nice and chill and stuff with our binoculars looking at D like, look at him. He just stabbed the bear with a corn. Poor bear.
No, what you're going to see is me riding the bear because the bear was like, you know what? I'm messing with this corn, bro. I rock with you. You cool. And I'm going to ride that bear to the RV like, yo, bro. Right. I conquer all bears, bro.
All right,
I need more corn.
I'm going to let you know. There's a difference between a black bear and a grizzly bear.
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
And polar bears are far more violent than them, too. But, that's kind of another note. But, bro. Oh, go ahead.
How are you gonna win these bears over with corn?
Sprinkle some salmon flakes. I don't know. D's adventures.
Make it work.
He's gonna get Tank to build him some towels and cook him some meals, and then we're gonna use the corn mixed with the salmon, turn bears vegetarian, and then we're gonna make our own tent company with denim.
All I'm saying is, have y'all ever heard of... Go ahead, Mark. My bad.
In 200 years from now, it's going to have $5.75 billion of revenue.
How many years from now?
Approximately 200.
Oh.
Hey, it's worth it.
167 years ago, to be exact. May 1st, 1853. That's when Levi's was founded.
Holy crap.
And if you look, they're probably older than that because he didn't start the company till... I think he didn't start the company full on till possibly like another 5-10 years afterwards.
Well, he came to New York, or he came to San Francisco because his brother had a dry goods business in New York. So he wanted to open a West Coast location.
You got the salmon flakes, bro.
But here's how I'm going to handle it with the jean tent because we haven't even talked about this. All right. So... have y'all ever heard of a jean burn? Have y'all ever had it before?
A jean burn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a rug burn on your jeans? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
If I put some jeans on your face, put it tight, and then rub your face across that jeans, it's going to burn your damn face up.
All right, so this is what I'm going to say. First of all, I'm not into the whole fitted and skinny jeans. Like y'all three.
They got boot cut. What are you complaining about?
Straight leg.
I'm straight baggy or relaxed. That's it. I'm straight baggy or relaxed. That's the only way I go. I can't do anything else.
501s.
Right. Mm-hmm. But if a bear experienced that jean burn to the face, bro, trying to get to me in the tent, it's just gonna walk away like I ain't built for this, bro. I'm cool.
Well, you better get that snout. Because that's like the only thing that's bear skin right there.
That's the first thing they're going to bring to the tent. Say snout first. Mm-hmm. They're going to go snout first. They're going to start smelling, digging around. They're going to feel that denim burn, and they're going to back up. All right, I'm cool.
Okay, wait a minute. So the bear is just going to rub his face violently against your tent. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's your whole plan.
That's what I'm betting on. That's my survival. Yep, I'm betting on that.
So let's ignore how long are their claws? Like, they're 5-inch claws?
They're roughly about 5 inches, and there's 6 of them. There's not 5 or 4, there's 6 of them.
Right.
I think we should just take our computers, go into the woods, all get in a denim tent, and see who comes out first. And if it's not D, then we can give him shit.
Oh my God.
What's more protective, a jean one or just a regular tent? What's that made out of, like plastic? Like what is
an RV? That's why when people go in the redwoods, they go in RVs.
No, they go in tents, bro.
A lot of them go in RVs. A lot of them are stupid.
Now I'm about to look at what tents are made out of.
Mofos, they're made out
put
of
y'all in y'all
nylon.
place.
They're mostly made out of nylon or something like that. But mofos in the Midwest go in tents. In the West, bro, when they go to bear country, they just chill in RVs and cabins and stuff.
Bro, I just looked up some tents right now. They're made out of cotton, bro. A bear going straight through. I'm in here.
Gotta have breathable.
I'm in here.
Well, you gotta have if you're from the Midwest, homie, and your worst predator is just a freaking hawk. Fine.
Bro, you think you're gonna go to Walmart and protect yourself from a bear with a regular tent? That bear gonna be like, I'm in here. What's up? What food you got? I need all that.
That's why I got that. Why I think they got that pepper spray for bears.
That's why you need a denim tent, bro. It's better than a cotton one.
Wait,
like, let's admit.
Wait. Denim is made from cotton.
It is,
isn't it? Okay, so D.
But the woven is woven different, bro.
But it's still made from cotton.
It's woven different, bro.
But it's still made from cotton.
But they got this thing kind of like, bro, I'm looking, bro. You're
He's
gonna
looking.
die, bro, if you go out there with a regular tent, bro.
But that's why I'm rolling up in an RV.
What if a person's poor? Not everybody has RV money, Tank.
Then they
throw
should
that
be
out there.
Coming out of left field with a random fact.
I know,
Check
right?
your privilege, man. Check your privilege, Tank.
What privilege I have?
Albert Einstein's leather jacket from Levi's sold at an auction in 2016 for 110,000 pounds.
That's
So,
about $200,000 in American.
My boy Albert knew how to rock it with the leather.
Right.
But why would people spend that much on that jacket? It's not like it's gonna make you smart when you like put it on.
It's
That's
Levi's,
what
bro.
It's Levi, bro. It's a Levi. What was
You
it?
want the
Leather?
tent? He wants the jacket.
It's a Levi jacket worn
Leather
by
jackets, yeah.
worn
Oh
by
my God.
Einstein, homie.
I just thought about a leather tent, bro.
Oh
Bro.
my gosh.
All right, all right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go back. So, a leather tent. Good lord,
That's
E
getting
insulation. Let's go. How
bro!
many
I
bears
think you
did
just
you
made
kill
like
for that?
I
Millions.
just, bro. To be
Ooh.
honest, I think you just made about 3 of our audience who are possibly dominatrix just happy at the moment. Like leather and spandex, I'm in.
Bro,
Let me get a leather spandex tent.
bro.
I think you're
Sounds hot.
overestimating the kinds of dominatrix that listens to Incompetent Nerds.
I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Hey, we hit like almost like 5,000 downloads. I'm pretty sure one of them.
Right.
One of them.
That was a light little flex, though, Tank. I see you.
So D, when you start your tent business, will you like after you prove that bears can't get into it, will you call it like bear tents?
No, I wouldn't even get into that business, bro. I'm good on that. This is all theory, bro.
Leaving your product?
No, I'm good. I'm too black to be dealing with that, bro.
Because he won't go out there and test it himself.
That's
He'll,
right, bro.
he'll do like the purple mattress commercials with the Sasquatch. That'll be his test, and the bear will be some random person in a freaking bear costume.
Yeah.
Right.
Just false advertisement. It works.
Right, like
Right.
you'll see a tent in the wilderness, but I won't even be in there. I'll be in the cabin chilling, bro. Off that Airbnb life.
Now you're with the cat.
Relaxing, bro.
Hey D, check your privilege because not everybody got the Airbnb money.
Right.
You understand? You can't be doing that, bro.
You're right.
Fell for your own
Right.
trap.
But shout out to Airbnb.
Yeah.
We need to get sponsored by Airbnb. Let's just throw that out there.
What? You're
Let's
talking
throw
about
that out.
Levi's whole cast?
First time I heard Mark, just a little.
We
I'm
can get them. We
I'm
can
over
get
here
them
looking
too.
I'm over here reading the investor page of Levi Strauss and Company.
You're bringing in Airbnb.
You bring Airbnb. Mark's like, so all this work I've been trying to do, I'm trying to look at Levi to sponsor us. Now you want Airbnb? I quit.
We could get more than one person to sponsor us, bro. Just saying.
That's true.
That is true. Hey, but that Levi money though.
Yo, that tent money though.
Bro, free jeans. Come on.
Who sells
yeah.
tents? Is it like Dick's Sporting Goods? Are they gonna
Stop.
sponsor us?
You are not the resident expert on tents, and I just think you need to admit that.
I'm definitely not the expert.
No. Oh my god.
Oh man, we are killing it, man.
You sure about that? You're
We went
We are
from
potting today.
we went from New Frontiers to denim tents, y'all. That's the new frontier, y'all. Denim tents. Let's
That's
go.
what I'm saying, bro.
Okay,
We went full circle.
full circle.
Full
So D,
circle.
I'll give you a year. You better have a prototype.
Or I can.
I'm excited for this.
I'm pretty sure I can make a way better tent, a way stronger tent than just denim. Now, if you leave me a year, I'll come up with something crazy after a year.
Yeah, he's gonna hit me up like, hey, 10, you got some unused jeans? With your
Bro.
size, I just need like 2 pairs of jeans. I can make a nice tent.
Test it against real bears.
It's just me in drawers and like bear claws. With a painted face and a black nose. It's like, rawr! Dan, you're
Draws and bear claws. That's
Oh my god.
that's sus right there. And then Jones is the spokesman, like the Allstate guy.
Yeah.
When you go camping, are you in good hands? And it's just me coming out scratching the tent. Oh
all right.
man!
That's it. That's the first Incompetent Nerds commercial.
Oh my god, we just killed it, y'all.
Oh, and I got a headache. Oh shit!
D, you wanna? Or I'm sorry, Dan, you wanna take us home?
I mean, sure. I'd like to go on a couple dates first, but
We got you.
what do you want me to say?
End card.
Thanks for tuning in to Incompetent Nerds. Until next time.
Say it with gusto, like you mean it.
Thanks for tuning in to Incompetent Nerds. We will see you again next week or whenever you guys have it.
You killed it, bro.
All I gotta
Oh,
say,
do you
you
have
sounded
any-
like Almac from the Hidden Temple, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Right.
But
You know,
before
do you
we,
have any, social media, anything like that?
I was just about to
that
say
you want to
that.
like shout out.
Plug in anything.
Definitely. Daniel Jones. You got to search through all the 170,000 other Daniel Joneses, but I'm definitely out there.
All right. You got it.
So yeah, any social media, so like Facebook, Daniel Jones, any Instagram.
My Instagram is actually EA Voice Box for Epic Ass Voice Box. I gotta put more of my new material on there too. So
TikTok?
yeah, you can find me on Instagram at EA Voice Box, Facebook just at Daniel Jones. Just look for the smiling picture.
I got you.
Mhm.
I'm already on your Instagram, and I'm gonna plug everything in the details and stuff like that for you too.
For sure.
Yeah.
You found me? That's what I'm talking
Yep,
about.
I already found you. Yep, I'm here.
Bam. There you go, guys.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and add your, what else? Your TikTok too, right? You also do your TikTok still?
I don't do my TikTok still.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah. Just give us whatever plugins. We'll go ahead and send it out there, and hope the best on your end too. And I'll go ahead and end it out. Thank you for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of Incompetent Nerds. As your host, Tank, D, and Mark. Greatly appreciate it. Wherever you guys at and wherever you're listening, have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. Peace.
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 Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mark from Incompetent Nerds. We have our sponsor. Shop Valerio is a online watch and sunglasses brand for men and women. And if you go to shopvalerio.com and use our code MARK.25, you get 25% off your purchase. That's SHOPVALERIO.com and use the code MARK.25 for 25% off. Thanks for listening.